Hello everyone, I have been sick for these past days, so I excuse myself from filming. Instead, I am present here with my voice. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to braid silver wire and transform them into a pair of Huggie hoop earrings. The process involves soldering the back of the hoops to the stud and then oxidizing the silver to create a unique finish. Let's get to work. Take a piece of 20 gauge of wire, cut into 14 cm and fold them in two. Mount them on the bench of vise and start twisting. Since this is a smaller gauge wire, I just twist these manually. However, if they are hard to do, you can definitely use pliers. To avoid wasting any of the wire, I'm twisting the other end using a very small drill bit. And bonus, this helps even out the uneven twist created manually earlier. Next, cut 3 more wires, each measuring 6 centimeters. The thickness is the same, which is 20 gauge. Take the previously twisted wire and, along with the ends of the 3 new 6 centimeter wires, secure them all together in the bench vise. Once the wire ends are secured, begin braiding the combined wires. As you can see, I use one single wire, the twist wire, and 2 wires at the same time to make a 3-strand braid. And I'm braiding it as tight as I can. This is how it looks like. It's done when there are no more wires left to be braided. I'm using the help of the flat nose pliers to kinda fold the last millimeters of the wire. This is how it looks like. Well, apparently they're too long. In order to make 1.7 millimeter diameters of Huggie hoops, I only need 4 to 4.5 centimeter length of each of these. So I'm marking so I can cut the leftover after soldering. Now they are ready to be soldered together to lock the texture down. Right now, I'm just putting the solder chip randomly on the braid and just solder it one by one. I'm soldering this very slowly. If you notice, I don't fast forward the video so that you can see how slow or how fast the soldering process is. And I'm using butane torch, and the solder chip is the heart, which contain 87.5% of silver. Quenching the silver when it's done, and next I'm going to cut this braid to exactly 4.5 centimeter in length using saw blade number 3, which can cut through between 16 to 18 gauge wire. Right now I'm folding the edge of this braid so it looks rather organic instead of just a cutout edge. Now that the end of the braided silver has been folded properly, I want to solder in the ear stud by cutting 1 cm of 20 gauge wire. Shave flat one of the edge. And I place the braided stick in between the cross lock. Put the weight on the tweezer with this ancient weight so it stays, and on top of it, I'm installing the stud pieces. I'm heating off the chip of solder that I put on the solder block here. It will be transformed into a ball, then slowly I pick the solder ball with the titanium pick and apply this ball to the area where I want the piece to be soldered. Don't forget to heat up the piece before so the solder can adhere fast. I also put the flux before I operate the soldering. Pickle, and this is after the bath. The edges of the hoops look decent for now, though I believe I can refine the finish further. For the moment, however, I'm satisfied with the current state of the hoops. I'm cleaning up the pieces by filing off the unwanted bump, or perhaps there are some wires that are still sticking out, and I'm using a needle file with various shapes. Skipping the process now, I'm shaping this braid into a Huggie shape using the 3 steps ring pliers, which I find it very practical for any circle shaping. I'm also comparing the shape with the existing Huggie hoops to make sure that it is not too big nor too small. Well, the diameter should be 1.7 centimeter. While I'm recording this, I can tell you right now that they are not the same. The new worn one is actually bigger and obviously slightly heavier by around half grams in total. But what can you say? It's a handmade work. It can never be 100% the same. Now moving on to shaping the second piece. The same gesture. Size check to have it harden on the mandrel. I'm fixing the shape and hardening it by mounting the piece on the ring mandrel and light hammer with a rawhide mallet. I'm also hardening the stud by twisting it slightly using parallel pliers. Next, I put the earrings into a jar, heat up some water and pour it just to cover the earrings. I am using this liquid liver of silver solution that I bought here in France. If you live in Europe and would like to know where it is from, let me know in the comment below. Now, I put 1 or 2 drops and wait for a couple of minutes until it turned black. And then I move the earrings into a cold water and do another round of liver or sulfur bath. It should look like this. Next, I'm giving a slight texture on the earrings by again mounting the piece on the ring mandrel, and this time I hammer it with a shiny head hammer. First, you will see that the rise ridges will turn silver. This is alright because I only want the internal crease of the earrings to be black. Then I'm going to sand the surface with 400 grit sandpaper. to take off some of the oxidized effect on the raised ridges and move to 2500 grit sandpaper, which is the smoothest. I will make one final adjustment to ensure the shape of the hoops lay flat on the flat surface. This final refinement step will help the earrings maintain a clean, symmetrical appearance. By taking the time to properly adjust the shape, I can be confident that the Huggie hoops will sit flush against the ears and have a polished, professional look when worn. And lastly, polishing. I'm using Fabuloster polishing compound with felt polishing bits. I polish the surface and not focus too much on the crease because I want to keep the oxidized effect on the deeper texture. After polishing, I wash the pieces into the ultrasonic machine for a couple of minutes and done. The ultrasonic's cleaning process has left the earrings with a pristine, gleaming finish. Please let me know if you happen to follow this tutorial and eventually make this piece. If you have any question or other suggestion, please leave a comment below. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.